Hey guys, what's going on, Adam?
And I'm Bruce.
And it is a rough day out there, everybody. I'm so sorry.
It really is.
While you're complaining about the hump day, a gang of sad English chaps are cleaning out their desks.
Yes, Nigel, try to keep the Queen's tears from hitting your box full of tea as you shuffle out the door because sadly, Evolution Studios is no more.
Lawrence hates the English. Just want to get
No,
that
I
out
love
there.
them. What are you talking about?
Most recently, Evolution Studios released DriveClub for the PlayStation 4, and before that, the Motorstorm series for the PlayStation 3 and World Rally Championship on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, so pour out a mix of black tea and motor oil for our fallen mates. According to Sony, the closure is the result of a regular review at Sony Computer Entertainment Worldwide Studios that's meant to ensure the company, quote, can create and produce high-quality, innovative, and commercially viable products. Lawrence, what is he talking about?
Well, you know, that's shorthand for we need to make sure we can make good games that sell well.
Right.
Apparently, Evolution Studios didn't hit both those targets,
Okay.
or maybe either.
All right.
And as a result, they decided to close the studio. The writing has been on the wall for this one for a while, though. Just 1 year ago, the company almost halved in staff, possibly due to the same review process that ultimately killed the company this year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, at the time, Sony stated that Evolution Studios would focus on DriveClub as a service going forward, though many speculated that the layoffs at the time were the result of DriveClub's delays and technical issues when it launched. It was meant to be a PS4 launch title.
Right.
It was meant to be a PlayStation Plus free version of it.
Yeah.
Neither of those really turned out well,
Right.
so, you know, things happen.
And even though Evolution Studios may be no more, it sounds like DriveClub will live on.
Okay, that's good.
Probably handed off to a different studio.
Yeah, that's according to Evolution's former senior community manager, Jamie Brayshaw, who posted on Flickr that DriveClub will live on under the care of the awesome team at PlayStation, and we hope it will continue to thrive in their safe hands and with continued support from all of you, the players, our community.
Someone went to PR school. Smart man. That's pretty good news considering Sony demonstrated a VR-enabled DriveClub at Paris Games Week in October 2015.
Yeah.
At the time, DriveClub game director Paul Roshinsky said that, quote, it's just a prototype. If it gets good reception here, which I think it will, I think that could turn into something more than just a tech demo.
Yeah, it sounds like Sony was holding off a full confirmation of that initiative, given that Evolution Studios' immediate future wasn't known. So, since DriveClub sounds like it's being handed off to another team at Sony, it sort of sounds like they intend to continue developing the game for VR, Lawrence?
Maybe? This is where it gets a little weird, especially given PlayStation's roster of games. I think it'd be a nice compliment to the PlayStation VR catalog. Typically, you always want some kind of first-party racing game in your lineup.
Yeah.
But PlayStation VR already has Gran Turismo Sport, which was also announced at Paris Games Week in October 2015. So, either Sony is slowly phasing DriveClub out, figuring that it's pointless to compete with its own first-party game, and Gran Turismo is, let's be honest, the bigger franchise there.
Yeah.
Or they're hoping to continue developing DriveClub and capture gaming audience that Gran Turismo didn't get. So they want to push DriveClub over here, have Gran Turismo over here, and have two awesome VR games that are going to push their product. The latter there doesn't sound very likely, given that Sony axed longtime Wipeout developer studio Liverpool in August 2012. That's Studio Liverpool, not just Liverpool, by the way.
Oh, they wiped it out. Go Japan.
Nice.
So that's not the game where you run on balls and fall in water, by the way. That's the futuristic floaty car racing game.
It's cool. It's a great game.
Yeah, it's awesome. Or it was. You shot rockets and listened to The Prodigy. It was really cool. And it was a pretty defining game for the original PlayStation, so it was always kind of tied with Sony products until Sony closed the studio. So you can't get much further away from Gran Turismo when it comes to racing than Wipeout.
Yeah.
So if Wipeout couldn't survive, it's hard to say that DriveClub will.
Either way you cut it, it's always a sad day when game developers lose their jobs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless of circumstance, that means fewer people making games and fewer games for us to play.
Yeah, at least former game director Paul Roshinsky is optimistic about the future. He tweeted yesterday that, quote, I have been overwhelmed by your comments and support. Means everything to me and team, and don't worry, the future is looking bright. So that's good. I think, honestly, these guys were good developers. I mean, DriveClub had a very rough launch, but hopefully they will move on and do something much, much better.
It's a little frustrating when you have a big company like Sony and you have a franchise like Gran Turismo and one like DriveClub. They're two games that look exactly the same,
They're
basically
close.
from a technical standpoint.
Close.
So it's tough when you have two games that play completely differently but look identical. Sony's gonna choose the one
Wouldn't
that's
it make more
selling
sense
better.
for Sony to sell one of the IPs? Because if it's a valuable IP that unless they're just not going to cancel it, they're just going to keep it in their library forever and ever.
Lawrence, have people been speculating about that?
Not really. First party IPs don't typically get sold.
Right.
If you spend all the money to create an IP, you just want to sit on it until maybe 10 years down the road you decide to reboot it or something like that.
Yeah, can't wait for Twisted Metal to come back.
Well, DriveClub is sort of Sony's answer to Microsoft's Forza.
Right.
What's the one, Horizon?
Well,
Yeah.
oh
It's
yeah.
like it's the fun version of Gran Turismo, except it just looks really good and it launched poorly.
Yeah, either way, we're pulling for you guys at Evolution Studios, so good luck. I'm sure you guys will get jobs very, very soon. The market is pretty good right now.
Yeah, possibly they'll go to Kickstarter.
Ooh.
Ex-Studio Liverpool guys went to Kickstarter and started a Kickstarter for a game that looks exactly like Wipeout called Formula Fusion.
There you
So
go.
maybe they'll just take their game to the PC.
We'll see you on Patreon.
Sorry, Lawrence hates you.
What? I love racing games.
You love the Prodigy.
Yeah, I do.
I've been getting damaged lately. I'm breaking out in zits. This is what happens when you move.
When you move, yeah.
And then we have the drunk thing today, so now we lose a day, and then we got Batman vs Superman, which is getting bad reviews, but still it's taking
still be
away.
fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Hold
I
on,
don't
is
give
it
a
getting
shit.
bad reviews?
Yes,
It is.
Some dude on YouTube
40,
gave
it was
it
at like 44%. That's not bad for a movie
That's
about
That's pretty
two
bad.
shitty
That's
superheroes
pretty
punching
bad.
each other.
That's pretty
It's not
bad.
Dark Knight.
It's really not.
Blows Henry Cavill out of the water in terms of his performance.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, Ben Affleck's a good
Superman.
actor.
What is he gonna do?
I just
I know. Batman and Superman can be sitting in a car together discussing whatever and it'd be like best movie. That's great. They got Batman and Superman in a movie together.
I'm just
They've
a-
never done that before.